Subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends? I'm Shulazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you an amazing card trick where you're going to dribble down a deck of cards and you're going to grab a card from that dribble, and that would be the Spectator selected card. Now, this card trick that I'm going to teach you today is not an impromptu one, but I have an impromptu version of it which I'll make a tutorial later on. But today's one is a little bit of gimmicked one, and this is also the easiest one. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video.
This week's Instagram feature goes to State. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Okay guys, here's what the card trick looks like. Now as you can see, I have this deck of cards completely mixed up, right? But still, I'm just going to shuffle this deck of cards so that you don't suspect me of arranging these cards in any kind of order or something like that. Now since the deck has been shuffled, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread out the deck of cards, and the spectator is going to select an random playing card. For example, let's say this one, the 4 of hearts. Now in this case you are the spectator, so it's your selection and you have to remember this 4 of hearts. Now I'm just going to riffle down the side of the deck, and the spectator is going to call out stop at any point they want. Now since each and every person tries to call out stop at the beginning or at the end, it is very common. So just try to call out stop at somewhere around the center. And let's say the spectator calls out stop at this point, and I'm just going to keep their selection, the 4 of hearts, at that point, just like that, and then square up the deck so that there's no break from where I can find their selected card. So at this point, their card is somewhere around the center of the deck, and I have to find it out by using the power of my sleight of hand. And here is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to dribble down the deck of cards, and I'm just going to grab one card from the deck from the center while I'm actually dribbling down, and that card should be none other than the selected card, the 4 of hearts. So that's how the card trick looks like. Let's see how you can do this card trick. Okay guys, this is how the card trick is done. Now for doing this card trick, you need a deck of cards which is very smooth, because for this card trick you're going to use an utility gimmick called the loop. Now for those people who doesn't know what a loop is a thin piece of circular thread which wraps around your hand and is almost invisible to human eye, and it helps you perform many miracle magic tricks. So you're going to use that, and since those threads are very thin, and if the deck is not very smooth, you might break the thread and you will damage it. So for that reason, use a smooth deck of cards, and then you're going to have that invisible loop wrapped around your hand. Okay, so I'm just going to take one of the loops from this set and wrap it around my hand just like that. I'm not going to wrap it around my wrist because I won't be able to pick it up later on. So I'm just going to wrap it around my hand so that when my hand is in the relaxed position or I'm in the brittle grip, you will see there's a depression caused, and at this depression there's a lot of difference between there's a lot of gap between the thread and my palm, and I'll be easily able to put my finger between that gap and pull the thread out and stretch it. So I need that while I'm going to do the trick. Now here is how the trick is done. You're going to have this thread wrapped around your hand even before you're going to start the magic trick, and then you're going to have this deck of cards. And after your spectator selects the playing card, all you're going to do is you're just going to take that loop, you're going to hold the deck of cards in the brittle grip, and as you hold the deck of cards in the brittle grip while your spectator is looking at the card, there's a gap between the thread and your palm. You're just going to put your finger through that gap, and you are actually going to pull that thread out and put it around, wrap it around the deck of cards. So at this point you have the thread running from your hand around the deck of cards and again running back to your hand, because this is a loop. So at this point you're just going to ask your spectator to say stop at any point they want, and also say that not to say stop at the beginning or at the end because that is too common. actually you need your spectator to call out stop somewhere around the center. So for that reason you have to say that, and after they call out stop, you're just going to push this card inside. Now as you push this card inside, remember one thing, the loop is actually running from this point. Now since the loop is running from this point, as you're pushing this card inside, you're also pushing the part of loop inside. So the entire deck of cards is inside the loop except for this one. So this card is out of the loop and all the rest of the cards are inside the loop, and you're going to use that to actually do this magic trick. Now all you're going to do at this point is you're going to dribble the deck of cards, and you can see that only one card is pushing out and that card is out of the loop, and that will be the spectator's selection. So at this point what you're going to do is, as this card is out of the loop and it is pushing the loop inside the deck of cards while the rest of the cards are in the loop, you're just going to dribble these cards and you're going to be ready with this hand to catch out the card which pops out from the entire dribble. So you're just going to be ready, and when a card pops out you're just going to catch that card, and that will be the spectator's card. Now this was a little messy of a performance. I'll just give you one more time, I'll just show you one more time in full speed what it looks like along with the explanation. So you have this deck of cards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask my spectator to select one random playing card, and as he or she is looking at it, I'm just going to take the loop, wrap it around the deck of cards, and then after I riffle down the side of the deck and the spectator calls out stop around the center, I'm just going to take the card, put it inside along with the loop, and then I'm just going to be ready with my other hand and I'm just going to dribble, and as the card comes out I'm just going to catch it, and that will be the spectator's card because the loop is actually pushing out that card. So that's how the card trick is done, and that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Shwelazari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to another channel, Spectators have a channel. I post funny videos over there, and the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.